This is John Harden from Atlas with Megan Sullivan from IGN.
Hello, guys. What's up?
And we are playing Etrian Mystery Dungeon, the upcoming title from Atlas and Spike Chunsoft.
Yes, we are. Now, for those who are not familiar with Etrian Odyssey and Mystery Dungeon, can you explain those games and how this game is a mashup of those two awesome games?
Yeah, the Etrian Odyssey is our first-person dungeon crawling game. If you guys played Persona Q, this is built on the same engine as Etrian Odyssey. Obviously, you have Etrian Odyssey 1 through 4, Etrian Odyssey Untold, the Millennium Girl as well. So the franchise has been around for a long time. And this is a new iteration for it. So Etrian typically is a first-person dungeon crawling, and you'll see in a moment that this is very much not the case.
No, it's not. Although certainly right now it looks very Etrian Odyssey. You've got like the inn and the retail and the restaurant. It's a very Etrian setup.
All the trappings of it are very Etrian-like. We're in this village of Aslarga. In the top center of the top screen, you can see the Amber Yggdrasil tree. That's kind of where the story centers around.
Okay. What is it called again?
The Amber Yggdrasil. I may be pronouncing that wrong. It's YGG.
Amber Yggdrasil
that's the
tree?
one. Yes.
Oh, okay. That sounds very important.
It is. So we're just a band of adventurers trying to seek fame and fortune at the base of this tree, and that's when the mystery dungeons have popped up. And
okay. Can you explain what mystery dungeons are?
Yes, they are the ever-changing, ever-shifting, randomized, procedurally generated dungeons that we will be exploring and beating the crap out of monsters in very shortly.
It sounds very roguish, like a rogue game.
It is extremely roguelike, and that's the mystery dungeon influence. So we can that's not even the right button. What I do? But yeah, while we're in town, you'll be visiting this a lot. You'll see Kasumi's Inn. This is where you can, because it is a roguelike and you run the risk of either dying in the labyrinth and losing all of your money and stuff. Kasumi's Inn is where you can store it. So if you have some awesome items or some money you want to squirrel away.
Well, that just took care of the question I was just leading up to, which is, will I be able to keep or store items if I fall in a dungeon? Because that is one of the most frustrating things about a rogue game, when you have really awesome items and then you die and you're like, no!
What did I do?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so this place I can store my weapons and armors, anything not on me, basically.
Basically, yes. So we're going to actually be a smart adventurer and take an Ariadne thread. And if you're familiar with Etrian Odyssey, you know that's your little emergency, get me out of here.
Yeah, get me out of here quick.
We've got some other really useful stuff. I'm going to take a teleport sigil because there's some fun we can have with that if RNGesus plays nice with us.
All right, and we've got all sorts of ones. We've got fireball delaying.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
So yeah, again, like a roguelike, there are plenty of little items that you can find around in dungeons that'll help you out. And
are there like scrolls and traps and things like that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing those. Are there monster houses?
There are monster houses.
There are monster houses. Okay. I remember playing a rogue for the first time and running into a monster house and like, what the heck is this?
So we have the channel retail as well. Like Etrian Odyssey series, this is where you can buy weapons, armors, accessories, and items. And you also have the Forge, which is the ability to enchant some of the weapons we have. So we can add an ability. Oh, no. We can add abilities to it if we had the materials, and that's where you'll spend your time foraging in the dungeons, like in Etrian Odyssey, again, where you could mine, you could chop down trees, or you could pick herbs.
Very cool.
So yeah.
Will I be able to meld weapons or just enhance them?
Just enhance them.
Okay.
And occasionally decurse them.
Okay, that's important.
So let's go and look really quick at the dungeon layouts.
Please, let's do.
We're gonna hang out in the haunted woods. This is the fourth dungeon in the game after the intro dungeon. You'll see here this anthill structure. So
yeah. So tell me about the anthill structure.
It's because the game is a roguelike and procedurally generated, we've got this, the way it's built is, you'll see the green and orange triangles. Those indicate stairways in which direction they go, so they can branch off to the left or right. On floor 2 or floor 1, you can branch off here to the left and head down, but it's a dead end, so you have to backtrack all the way back to the first floor and continue down on the same path. And that's all procedurally generated, unless, like you'll see here, we have a fort built. And these forts will lock down that anthill structure until they get destroyed, which is highly possible.
Destroyed? What does this mean? Destroyed by what?
So if you remember the FOEs from Etrian Odyssey,
I do.
The DOEs are Mystery Dungeons equivalent, and they will spawn randomly occasionally in these dungeons, and they'll start working their way up. As you go down a floor, they'll go up a floor, and they'll slowly hunt you down. And if they get out, really bad things happen. The DOE will actually destroy one of those places in town, and you won't be able to use it until you pay to rebuild it.
Okay, that's intense.
Yeah.
So my job is to stop that thing before it does that.
Yeah, exactly. So you may feel that you're like rolling in dough, but then something like that happens, and you're like, oh my god, I need to go grind up some more money so I can fix this town that I accidentally let get destroyed. My bad, guys.
So there is a way to repair the town if this happens. It's not like gone forever. It's like, well,
Right.
now you don't have a weapon shop. Good luck, kid.
Yeah, and one of the big things about Etrian Odyssey 2 is, sorry, not Etrian Odyssey, Etrian Mystery Dungeon, is you'll be able to build up those things in the town. Like you saw the item shop, the inn, and the guild house where we register new players. Players will be able to level them up, and you can build, you can get better quests, you can build better equipment, all that good stuff. We are in trouble.
Uh-oh.
For some reason, I do not have a weapon and armor equipped.
That is a lot of trouble.
That is a lot of trouble.
All right. Well, do you have it on you? Do we need to go back?
I don't. I think I may have died earlier and lost my weapon.
Oh no. Well, this is a good tutorial on if you enter a dungeon and you forgot to equip yourself, what can you do?
We can panic. That's what we can do.
Everybody calm down. All right.
So we are right by the downstairs. Just very useful. If you see on the bottom screen there, those red dots you see are enemies. So there's 5 enemies in this room.
Okay. And I noticed that this isn't going into first-person mode. So when you
Right.
explore an Etrian Odyssey, it's all first-person.
Yeah, and this is the Mystery Dungeon influence here. It's this very roguelike thing where, so we've taken one turn where I've cast Provoked, so I've taunted every enemy in the room. So they're going to start attacking my Protector, which is a big tank. And then whatever I do next, they're going to take an action. So they're going to probably take a step closer to me to try and punch me in the face.
Okay.
I'm going to take a swing, and yep, there everyone goes. So again, unlike, Etrian Odyssey had the turn-based combat.
Right, and they had rows.
And it's similar, but it's also vastly different. Like, now we have to worry about facing. Am I going to fight this first? Range, everything. So I've got this guy pretty closely. I have a shield equipped, not a weapon. So I'm gonna bash his face in with my shield, and that's gonna knock him back.
And if you knock him back, does that delay a turn? Or?
Yeah, he'll have to lose a turn to take a step back on. And actually, this guy down here that's purple and glowing and really pissed off has a lot of armor. So I'm just gonna keep doing that to him because my Protector is going to be able to absorb these orange guys really well. Right.
Now, so is your Protector your leader in this case?
Yeah, we've selected the Protector as a leader. I think Protectors are awesome to start off with, but we can swap the leader at any time.
And what is the advantage of swapping the leader?
The person you're not controlling, or the people you're not controlling, are controlled by AI.
Okay.
So they're going to decide what's going to be best for the situation. There's some cases where you think, maybe I need to, or maybe I know this enemy is weak to ice or lightning, so we'll do that with the Rune Master. We'll try and paralyze it with lightning, or we'll just nuke it. That works too.
That works really well.
So you see in this option, we're not, the medic has already chosen what he's going to do because of the AI.
Right.
We just get the option of selecting the target since we have 2 people in range. So you're going to punch the orange guy. We're still in the Rune Master, and this is something I screwed up so much when I was starting off playing this. I would not use, if you hold down Y, you'll pull up this little menu, and just changes the way which direction you're facing.
Spinning in a circle.
So we can hit that guy, or we can hit this guy here,
right,
depending on who we want to take out first. But occasionally you'll do that, and you'll nudge it in the wrong direction, and you'll just cast a spell in an empty square, and you'll feel that you're a very silly person. Oh no, okay. So our Protector, their taunt wore off, and now because of that, they've poisoned our medic. But
right. So while we're discussing sort of Protectors and medics, for those who are not already familiar with Etrian Odyssey's different classes and different jobs. Can you explain a little bit about who's in your party and what they do?
Yeah, sure. Our protector's our main tank. They have a really high defense stat, as you'd expect a tank to have, but they also do a good amount of damage, and I really like them because some of their defense skills let them, cast binds on enemies, so they can bind their arms and reduce the amount of incoming damage. They also have a really awesome passive ability to regenerate TP, which is like mana.
Right.
When they get hit. So if you see that little 4 that pops up every time they get hit with a physical attack, that's her regaining mana, which is super duper useful. So now, if you see, I'm playing the Rune Master. This is your pretty part and parcel mage character. Right. Uses all the elements: fireball, ice lance, and lightning. Right now, she can't hit anyone, so no one's in her.
No one's in
line
range.
of attack. So we're gonna have to move her, and that's gonna waste a turn, which stinks. But now we can nuke someone.
All right, let's do some nuking.
All right. Medic, of course, is your standard medic. They can heal. They can remove debuffs like poison and sleep. They can even revive people if you have enough skill points.
Right.
Yay! Oh, we're doing good. And so despite how it's going on the video, the game actually does feel really fast-paced. Like, we've just cleared this room of 4 enemies, which is a decent amount of enemies.
It's pretty good.
We're going around as the Landsneck now. He is a melee damage character. He can, you depending on, actually we'll show it right here. Here's your skill screen. This should be very familiar to Etrian fans. What we can do is, depending on how you want to build him, you can either put things in Iron Wall, which makes him really tanky, or you can build up some of his offensive abilities, depending on. Do this. Oh, we have some extra points, so we're gonna.
Very nice.
We're gonna give him a good AOE attack.
Right. Now, what is the stuff on the ground there? Can you explain what those are?
So remember earlier when we were talking about the Amber Yggdrasil tree?
Yes.
Yggdrasil. That's how you pronounce that, isn't it?
I believe so, but.
So you are the. Oh no, I fell victim to the being too eager. So there was a treasure chest there, and because I wasn't paying attention, it was called a wandering box. It has a little number over it, and you'll see it on the bottom screen because it'll be flashing blue.
Right.
And you have that many turns to get to it. If you don't get to it in that many amount of time, it just completely disappears.
Okay, so there's even strategy in terms of getting treasure in the game.
So if you're a good studious dungeon crawler, you'll use this function, which is the watch function, and you can look around the room and kind of see where everything is. This enemy down here is asleep, and he's just taking a nap. And we're going to avoid attacking it. Hopefully our party members won't attack him, because this glowy effect around him means he's special. He's, does a little bit more damage, higher level.
Okay, so you kind of want to leave him be then.
Yeah, we're going to try and clear out the rest of the things first. And this hare down here is a real jerkbag. He'll cast a lightning spell on us. So we're going to actually pick the protector to be our leader again.
All right, good idea.
Taunt everyone.
And she's going to sort of draw all their aggro towards her.
Hopefully. She has a high chance to do it, but sometimes it doesn't matter, and we almost lose our mage, our rune master. So let's see. We're going to make sure she's facing the right way, and then we're going to smite this thing. And that means we've bound that hare's arms, so it can't do very much physical damage to us. Very useful, especially against bosses and DOEs. Our rune master just cast a storm rune spell, and that's paralyzed everything. But it's unfortunately woken up this very difficult monster down here.
Okay, I was just going to ask how you could avoid awakening the monster. I guess if you're within the vicinity, you're going to wake him up.
Yep, or that was an unfortunate bit of circumstance. Again, my taunt's worn off, and that fanged vine up there is kind of wailing on everyone. So I'm gonna go over here so I can beat up this bead, hopefully.
So how many dungeons are there in this game? How many mystery dungeons can I explore?
I I don't think I can give you the definitive answer, but
Okay. More than one.
much more than one, yeah.
Well, thank you, John, for coming in and
Absolutely.
letting us preview Etrian Mystery Dungeon. And one more time, when is it coming out?
April 7th
April
on
7th.
Nintendo 3DS.
All right, cool. So for all your Etrian Mystery Dungeon needs, keep it locked here on IGN.
Yay!
Yay!